Okay guys, on page 2, all we're doing today to finish out section 5.3 is solving equations. Okay, if you have the same base raised to an x, same base raised to a w, it's gotta be the case that x equals w. So we're gonna use that little trick to solve some exponential equations today. Look, I got 3 to the 2x and I got 3 to the 10. Isn't it just the case that 2x is equal to 10? I mean, doesn't it have to be? So divide by 2 and I get x equals 5. Yep, pretty simple stuff today. So for the second one, 2 to the 2x plus 1 is going to equal 2 to the x minus 5. So I just say 2x plus 1 is equal to x minus 5. Just set those exponents equal to each other. Then I'm going to subtract an x over here, and I get x plus 1 is equal to negative 5. And then I'm going to subtract 1 here, and I get x equals negative 6. Done with equation number 2. That's not the same as that. That's definitely not the same as that, so I can't use the trick because I don't have the exact same base. So I'm going to use another trick though. Good thing that's a 9. I could write that 9 as 3 squared to the x. 9 is the same as 3 squared, right? And so now I do have a 3 as a base. If I could just put this together as one exponent, I could go with the nice easy math that I've learned today. Now if you raise an exponent to an exponent, just like we did on the last page, raising an exponent to an exponent, you multiply them. What that means is that this is going to be 3 to the 8 equals 3 to the 2x. Multiply that 2 times that x. Now I do have the same base, and I can say 8 equals 2x, so x equals 4. A little trickaroo right there. Rewrite the bigger base as the smaller one to some exponent, and then go from there. So here it is again. That 4 is not the same as that 2, but I could write that 4 as 2 squared. So I'm going to write 2 squared to the 2x minus 3 is equal to 2 to the 10. Same trick. I'm going to take this exponent, it's being raised to this exponent, so you multiply them. 2 to the 4x minus 6 is equal to 2 to the 10. And so set the exponents equal to each other, and add 6, and divide by 4. There you go, you're solving exponential equations like a boss. Now look at this thing. What is going on with the... In fact, we're gonna do a little dance here. I'm gonna give you a couple extra problems, okay? So stop fast forwarding to the end just to write the notes in and actually pay attention here. So I would like them both to be e on either side. This is just a hot mess over here. We're going to leave this alone for a second. I'm going to write e to the negative x squared is equal to. And then this is like it's over 1, and this is in the denominator. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to multiply the top and multiply the bottom to create one fraction instead of 2. Now e to the x times 2 is going to be e to the 2x in the top. And of course, if I multiply that by 1, it'll just be e to the 2x. And then on the bottom, it's e to the 3. E to the 2x over e to the 3. Now, I would like this to be 1e, and what we learned, I'm going to go back to the front page again. When we have exponents, we have the same base. When we have exponents in the numerator and denominator, we subtract them. 6 minus 2 is equal to 4. 6 minus 11 was equal to negative 5. So I get here, and I'm going to call this e to the 2x minus 3. E to the negative x squared equals e to the 2x minus 3. Okay, now I do have the same base. I can just set these equal to each other. Negative x squared is equal to 2x minus 3. Now I would take everything over here, but I don't like that negative there, so I'm just going to add x squared over this way and get 0 equals x squared plus 2x minus 3. And if it factors, the rest of this is easy. It does actually factor. Just taking a look at it, I can see it. I've got an x here and an x here. I've got to put a 1 and a 3 because I need two things that multiply together to give me 3. And I need a 3x and a 1x to turn into plus 2x. So, since they have to be opposite signs, I'm going to put the plus with the 3, so that's a positive 3x, and a minus with the 1, so it's 3x minus 1x. My answers are x equals 1 and x equals negative 3. Okay? I finished these notes, and then when I looked at my math lab and I looked at what the homework was going to look like, I saw some other problems we should do. So I'm going to do another one here. 1/4 to the x equals 1 over 64. Now, I'm guessing if you saw that, you would just kind of freak out. Well, 4 happens to be 4 to the third. 4 times 4 is 16, and 16 times 4 is actually 64. So look, this is 1 over 4 to the x equaling 1 over 4 to the third. Now, it still might not look like that's necessarily solvable, but isn't 1 the same as 1 to the third? Watch what I write here. 1/4 to the x is equal to 1 to the third over 4 to the third. Isn't 1 to the third just equal to 1? Now, I did that on purpose because here's another property of exponents. If you see something like this, you can call it 1/4 to the third. Doesn't that third belong to the numerator as well as the denominator? So now look, x equals 3. Give that one a look and another listen there if you need. Okay, and then one last one. It was kind of like this one. I just wanted to put another one in there. I'm going to go e to the 4. That's not how you spell e to the 4. E to the 4th raised to the x times e to the x squared is equal to e to the 12. E to the 4 raised to the x times e to the x squared is equal to e to the 12. We're just playing with the exponents here. I mean, the bases are all the same, so we just got to make this one expression with one base of e, and then we can just set them equal, right? So look, this is this ends up being e to the 4x times e to the x squared, and it's equal to e to the 12. Well, if I want to put these together, let me go back to the first page one more time. I have the same base, I add exponents. So I'm going to apply that right here. I'm going to say this is e to the 4x plus x squared. It's equal to e to the 12. So now I just set the exponents equal to each other, and I get 4x plus x squared equals 12. I'm going to subtract this 12 and rewrite this. X squared plus 4x minus 12 is equal to 0. And I'm looking to see if it factors. And this one might take you a minute or two to get right because there are a couple options, but I put an x here and an x here. I have to have those two add up to x squared, multiply to get x squared. Now I could go 1 and 12, but a 1 and a 12 isn't going to give me a 4. I can go 3 and a 4, but a 3x and a 4x isn't going to give me a 4. It's a 6 and a 2, because a 2x and a 6x will give me 4x. Now they got to be different signs, and I want this to end up being positive. So I want the 6x to be positive. I put a plus in front of 6 and a minus here, and look, I would get minus 2x and plus 6x. My answers are negative 6 and 2. That's it. We're done with section 5.3 on exponential functions, kids. You got a homework assignment on my math lab, and we move on from there tomorrow. Have a good day.